Okay, I've tried a couple of ways to record this. Seems that freehand is the best way for you to be able to actually see the quality of the drawings. But basically, I have read a whole bunch of my fanfics to you guys before. I've read these books right here. This is my Sonic Adventures Distant Worlds fanfic, which is the Rule 63 fanfic with Shakira. Um, I will put this in the iCard if you guys are interested in checking out that one. And we have also read the sequel to that Rule 63 book before. This one is unfinished, but again, we read as much of it that exists on a previous YouTube video. So again, just like the last one, I will leave this in the iCard if you are interested in checking that out. But I have never read my comics before. And I actually have two series of Sonic comics. I have Sonic Couples, which I started when I was 10 and I finished when I was maybe like 11 or 12. It was not a very long running series. And I also have these ones, which came after. This is basically a Sonami story. The Tails Ghost is a sequel to that, and A Strange World is a sequel to that. A Strange World is unfinished, but I have this main trilogy here, and then I have this Sonic Couples issues, which shorter comics, but a lot more comics, if that makes sense. So these ones are the ones that we're going to be going over in today's video. These ones we will save for another time, but these ones are interesting in their own right. So these ones, I started writing Sonic Couples again when I was about 10 years old. And the backstory for this one is kind of interesting because when I was in grade school, my friends and I used to kin Sonic the Hedgehog characters. I basically like manipulated them into doing it. So I was Cream the Rabbit, my best friend was Blaze the Cat, and then we also had Amy Rose and Mina Mongoose. I don't know why we went Mina Mongoose and not Rouge the Bat, who is a mainline Sonic female character, but now that I think about it, I don't think Rouge the Bat is in Sonic Couples at all, and I am positive that she is completely absent from these books as well. In A Strange World is like next generation, so you have the kids of the couples, so her kids are in here, but she is not, and I don't know why. That was a decision that I made. It's just something that happened. But we used to kin these Sonic characters, and we used to quote unquote pretend to like date other like Sonic characters, which on one hand sounds really sad, but on the other hand it was probably much safer for me to do that than it would have been for me to like actually date boys or girls, because I like both, but you get the picture. Okay, I had to change the setup a little bit to get this to work. I originally was going to scan the comics, but I'm worried about doing that because of how old they are. So we're just going to do it like this, all right? It's going to be fine. It's going to be good. It's going to be dandy. So the first issue of this comic is about Blaze the Cat and Cream the Rabbit. Don't worry, I know the phrasing. Sonic Couples, Blaze and Cream. I was not shipping Blaze and Cream. This was just Blaze the Cat and Cream the Rabbit having a conversation. Uh, I promise, I promise. So, here's how we're gonna start this out. Blaze is seemingly doing some homework. I'm not sure what she's doing, but because I was like 10, I'm assuming she's doing some homework. Hey, Cream.
Hey, Blaze, can I ask you something?
And like, before we continue, what the fuck is up with that speech bubble, dude? Like, why is it wrapping around her text so tightly, bro? Like, chill out. Sure.
Do you think.
Yes. Also, another nitpick, sorry, because I do comics for not necessarily a living, but I do comics still to this day. This speech bubble order is incorrect. The do you think should be at the top and then yes should be at the bottom, but little me just didn't know that, so she just put the bubbles where they felt right.
Do you think I have a chance with Tails?
The fucking like no comment jaw of I love that the jaw like drops past the character's like muzzle. I think that's really funny.
I knew it.
Knew what?
No, that's not what I meant.
I'm so sorry for Cream the Rabbit here. Look at her. She's having a fucking temper tantrum because the two-tailed fox boy might not love her. It's so sad. Also, I know that the thing is covering this up, but I promise she is saying he'll never love me. This poor girlie.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Okay. Hey, can I go upstairs?
Sure. What a weird, like, direction to take this. Just the chill, like, oh, okay, so you think I do have a chance with Tails. By the way, can I go upstairs in your house? I'm stopping so often that I don't even know if we'll be able to get through the entirety of Sonic couples in this video. I might have to split this up into 3 parts, not just 2. So anyway, she goes upstairs.
Ooh.
She's found something, and she's not happy about it. Look at how angry this 6-year-old rabbit looks. This poor thing.
How do you explain this?
Oh, oh, what is happening in this picture? It looks like Tails is really uncomfortable. And Blaze is like either trying, it looks like Blaze might be trying to shake his hand. This is really weird. Also, where are Blaze's ears in this picture? She has no ears. Oh no. Maybe that's why Tails looks so uncomfortable, because he does look like he's looking in the general direction of her ears. So, poor thing. Cream, that was a long time ago. Cream? And then Cream pulls out the fucking 7 Chaos Emeralds. Where did Cream the Rabbit get the Chaos Emeralds from? When did that happen? Why does she have them? And why is she going super? Because Blaze may or may not have made Tails uncomfortable in this picture. I think the implication is that Blaze was trying to flirt with Tails in this picture, but that is not what this looks like. It looks like Blaze is just a little bit drunk going, hey, how's it going? And trying to shake Tails' hand. Like, oh god. And there she is. There is Super Cream the Rabbit. I think this is a design I got off the internet. I think if you type in, like, Cream the Rabbit super form, this super form comes up. I don't know where I got it from, but it's not my original design, unfortunately. Cream, don't kill me. I was young and crazy and he was cute. What a casual thing to say. Cream, come on. Don't kill me, man. Blaze is taking this very well. Blaze is taking this so well.
You stole him! Thanks to you, I'll never love again!
Wait, I don't understand the logic here. Does Cream think that Blaze and Tails are, like, actually together? Or is it like, oh, my friend has dated the guy I like, so now I can't date the guy I like? I don't understand the logic. I don't understand it. But it doesn't matter, because apparently underneath, running music starts playing, and Blaze fucking bolts for her goddamn life. And then underneath, I know the pencil is really, really faint, but it says, with silver and tails. And then there's a picture of a Chaos Emerald in 2D, and then a picture of a Soul Emerald in 3D. And I don't know what the decision there was, but we're hard cutting to Silver the Hedgehog and Tails the Fox.
And that's why I stopped eating cream puffs before bed.
Cool. So there's no, like, criticism on this panel, but I do want to say that's why I stopped eating cream puffs before bed thing was actually a reference to a, like, Sonic fan series that I was watching on YouTube at the time. I don't remember for the life of me what it was called, but there you go. That's what that's a reference to, I suppose. If anyone knows what I'm talking about based on that single line, I would appreciate if you share it in the comments, because it's been so long.
My turn. Do you like cream?
And then Tails has little hard eyes and he goes, hell yeah. What is Cream worried about? What is Cream worried about? This man is head over heels for her. This poor guy. And poor Cream too. Like, this is a classic, like, has feelings but doesn't know the other has feelings. It's adorable. It looks like Blaze the cat, like, runs into Silver's, like, spike, like his spine on the back of his head, and knocks herself out. It says unconscious, but for some reason there's a T in there. And also, I drew boob definition. I don't know why I did that, but she's got boobs in this shot. Oh my god. Also, she's got two left hands if you look at the placement of her thumbs. Poor girl. Poor girl.
Oh my god, Blaze! Blaze, please wake up! Silva?
Silva, help me! It's okay, Blaze. I'm here. And then Tails going, "Aw," in the background. This is so out of character for Blaze. I think that was the joke. Like, Blaze is, like, actually genuinely terrified of what Cream is gonna do to her. But it's also really out of character for Silver as well, to be this calm and collected. Maybe he's just relieved that Blaze is alive. But I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know.
Now, tell me everything.
Cream went super on me. And then you see, why does Tails have a gun to his head? I'm assuming that Cream is actually the most powerful, like, super character in this universe, which makes sense because when I wrote this, I thought I was Cream the Rabbit. So it makes sense that I would give her all of these, like, superpowers. But, like, but then, like, Blaze goes from, like, crying, talking about the situation, to, like, this deadpan, "I'm afraid so," like, underneath. What? I'm trying to get through this book. I'm trying to get through it. It's just really funny to me.
Blaze?
I got this. She's like flying. I wonder how fast she must be flying. But it doesn't matter because Tails stands in the way and gives her a big old smack on the kiss. Smack on the kiss. And there's like love hearts and everything. It's pretty cute. Look at how mortified Cream the Rabbit looks. She was not expecting this at all.
Come on, Blaze, let's go.
And then you see Cream the Rabbit slowly realize what's happening and lean into the kiss, which is so cute. It is so cute. I love shit like that. It's adorable.
Cream? Yes? You look cute. Thanks.
And then I'm guessing like the anger was kind of what was like keeping the Chaos Emerald energy in her, because as soon as she like calms down, she turns back to normal.
Tails?
Yeah.
Am I still cute?
Why does it say Tails groans? And why does Cream gulp like she's scared? Like, girly, what kind of man did you just fall for? Okay, and then there's this really, I don't know what this is. I'm glad that I wrote the words yank, so I think it's supposed to be Tails grabbing Cream by the hands and like pulling her in. But what the fuck is that, bro? What is that, bro? And then you get a close-up of them like looking at each other. It looks like Tails is like way taller than her, but then you look at the panel underneath and he's just started flying and like carrying her in the air.
Cuter than ever. Thanks.
Also, like, her shoulders are completely disjointed. Her shoulders should not be where they are. That's... He's, like, ripped her arms off. Tails, dude, chill.
Silva? Yes?
I'm dumping you. And then it says secret spaz attack in the corner. I don't know why it says that. Maybe it's a reference to another thing that I was watching, but it looks like Silver is kind of fucking blindsided, which is so funny because, like, in the earlier pages, Blaze was literally clinging on to him for help when Cream the Rabbit turned super and started chasing her around. And he did just that. He, like, helped her out, I suppose. And now he's, like, immediately getting dumped? What's happening? And it says, to be continued on the bottom. So that is the end of Sonic Couples issue 1. That's kind of the quality writing that you should be expecting going forward up until, I think, issue 5. Issue 5 or issue 6. I'm not entirely sure. But now, we're on to Amy Rose and Mina Mongoose, who, if you remember, I said before, were my two other friends in grade school. So, if I remember correctly, Blaze is still in this issue. I think I remember I was setting up like a prom night. I'm just reading through the titles of the other Sonic couples ones, and it looks like I was setting up for something. I'm pretty sure it was a prom night, and then, yeah, issue 5 happens. And issue 5 is literally called Things Change, which is where it starts to actually have some continuity to it. Because, like, from issues 1 to 4, there's some kind of loose continuity. Like I said, I think I'm setting up something to do with, like, a prom night in this issue, in issue 2. It looks like prom night happens in issue 3, and then in issue 4... And issue 4 just kind of exists. I had a quick flip through. Issue 4 just kind of exists. Issue 5 is where, like, there actually starts to be some plot that goes through issues. So think of it as, like, not serialized until issue 5 is basically what we're getting at. So we'll probably read up to issue 5 because it took me way too long to get through issue 1. So instead of this being a two-parter where I go through Sonic Couples in part 1 and I go through my other comics in part 2, it's gonna be a three-parter. So let's get started, why don't we? This is Sonic Couples issue 2, Amy and Mina.
So, who are you taking to prom?
Well, I'm in a tough decision. Do tell. Amy, what is going on with your posture, girl? Girly! Like, to be fair, I think the way that I position Amy and, like, Amy's poses, she's probably got the most dynamic poses that 10-year-old me has ever drawn. You'll probably see that later on in some of the other comics, but most of the characters are kind of stiff with the exception of Amy, and I don't know why. I want to take Sonic cuz he's fast like me.
You want to take Sonic?
Got the, like, flames in her eyes. If anyone remembers that one scene from Sonic X where, like, her eyes were literally set on fire.
Me kill you!
No! Amy, let me continue!
Well, oh, alright.
Okay, thanks. Anyway. And then Mina's, like, thought bubble says, after Neeling getting killed by her, I must thank her for sparing me. And you guys can't see it. Actually, let me lift up the page so that you guys can see it. But sparing is spelled with an E. And I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be there.
I also want to take Ash because he's hot.
At least it's not Sonic.
Where are you going? Away from you!
Amy, what a shitty friend you are. Amy is, like, such a bad friend in, like, the first 3 pages that we see her in. 4 pages, sorry. She threatens to kill her friend because she wants to ask Sonic out to prom, and then she laughs in her friend's face when she presents another option that's not Sonic. Like, Amy, what is your damage? Terrible friend.
Hey, Nemi.
Nemi's gonna be present for a little bit of the comic because I can't be bothered telling him to fuck off.
I'm coming, Sonic.
At Sonic's with, like, a cute little loading bar.
Sonic, it's me. Sonic?
And then fucking... Okay, so this panel is really, really funny. Because you see that little, like, screw-looking thing, that little black thing that Sonic is holding? Originally, he was not holding that. Originally, in this comic, Sonic was supposed to be groping Blaze in this shot, which... I don't know how I knew what that was. I was 10 when I wrote this, but originally Sonic was supposed to be groping Blaze in this panel. And the reason why he's not is, there's, like, that little screw thing there, is because my friend, my best friend, who was the Blaze the Catkin in our friend group, got really, really upset that in my comic I was shipping her with Sonic because she didn't like Sonic. Her and Sonic in like our little made up universe had like broken up really, really badly, and she did not like Sonic. And so, in order to appease her, I drew this little thing that it looks like he's holding like a little screw, and you'll see in the next page I added a little text bubble that originally wasn't there in order to kind of fix the plot of the comic, if that makes sense. Which, honestly, Amy, you deserve it. You laughed in Mina Mongoose's face when she confessed to you that she found Ash hot. This is on you. This is your fault. Like, you deserve this. Bad friend. Sonic and Blaze staring at each other for a moment. Oh, Sonic. Where were we? Thanks for putting the bench up for me. So this is the speech bubble that I added in post because my friend wasn't happy that I was shipping her and Sonic. So originally it was just, oh, Sonic, now where were we? As if they didn't even care that Amy caught them and they were just so enwrapped in each other. But again, my friend really didn't like that I was shipping Sonae's because she was the Blaze the Catkin in our group. And so I added that speech bubble and the little screw in the previous panel to kind of appease her, I guess. With Mina. She's like sitting on a cliffside, I think. Also, what is that? I know it's like a zoomed out picture, but girl, you could have at least put in a little bit more detail. Where are her ears? This is the second time that I've like omitted a character's ears in a zoomed out version of them. What is going on? Also, in the next panel, what the fuck is Ash doing, bro? What are you doing? Who even are you, dude? What is this? And then you see the close up of them together underneath, and it actually looks kind of decent. Like, it looks decent compared to most of the other drawings in this comic, but it looks pretty okay. And then we immediately get back to the scribbly stuff. I don't know why I drew like this when clearly in the previous panel you guys saw that like I had potential to draw some kind of decent stuff. I don't know why this is the style that I chose. But anyway, she looks up, she realizes that it's Ash. Oh my god, Ash! Say, Mina, I was wondering, would you, you know, would you... And then she fucking kisses him. Like, what if that wasn't what he was gonna ask Mina? What if he just has a really, really bad stutter and he was trying to ask you if you would, like, I don't know, share last week's homework with him? You have no idea what he was going to say. This girl's got balls. All of the characters in this comic have got such big balls when it comes to asking each other out and breaking up with each other. And then you can see as Ash and Mina are kissing, Ash is thinking about marrying her. And like, why is she so short? Why is she so fat? Like, what is this bouquet she is holding? Also, I'm pretty sure marriage is spelt wrong, but I can't quite tell because the handwriting is atrocious. Oh my god. Of course I'll go to prom with you. There is a condition. Oh, red flag, red flag. Conditional love? What is this? Yes? Find Shadow a date. I know just the girl. And then in her head she says, why Shadow? Which, like, yeah, why Shadow? I don't think in the Archie comics, I didn't read a lot of the Archie comics, but from what I remember, Shadow and Ash didn't have any interactions, like, at all. Also, why does later have a question mark? What do you mean later? Like, it's later. It's later or it's not, so come on. We've got Amy looking real sad. Her, like, arms, it looks like super glued to her tits, which if my arms were super glued to my tits, I would probably be really upset as well. It looks like she might be eating ice cream. Ah, it was ice cream. It was chocolate ice cream. She's like left it on the counter. Look at her slouching. Like, again, Amy's probably got the most, like, quote-unquote dynamic posing out of all of the characters that I've drawn for this comic, which for 10-year-old me is like, why? Why Amy? She's opening the door. She looks really shocked. I would be shocked too because her arms have disappeared and she has, like, no bottoms. She's like a flying head and torso in this picture. Why? Later again on prom night, we've got a really shitty drawing of Shad Amy. Amy, I can't quite read Amy's expression. Shadow looks like he's enjoying himself, but this is the third time that I have omitted a character's ears. Where are Shadow's ears? Why do people keep getting their ears removed? What is this? And then a really, really cute picture of, like, Mina Mongoose singing into a microphone that's plugged directly into Ash's headphones, which, wouldn't that destroy his ears? Maybe that's why a lot of the characters just suddenly don't have ears. It's because they've listened directly into, like, Mina Mongoose's headphones and it's, like, ruptured their eardrum. But that is Sonic Couples issue 2. So we have prom night. And issue 3, I believe, happens at the same time as issue 2, if that makes sense. Issue 2 and issue 3 take place on, like, the same period of time, because I'm pretty sure issue 3 also talks about prom night. And speaking of issue 3 is about Charmy B and Bokoon. If people don't know who Bokoon is, it's the little minion guy from Sonic X that would, like, fly around and give, like, Team Sonic the TVs before they would, like, explode after they had their message. I don't know why Bokoon needed to be in Sonic Couples, but he is. So here we go, I suppose. So the first page is, like, such a filler page. Like, Bokoon is minding his own business and then Charmy shows up, like, hi Charmy.
We're late for chess.
Then let's go! At chess club.
So, who are you gonna take?
I don't know. One of my horses, I guess. Could you tell that I didn't know how to play chess? Can you tell that I didn't know how to play chess? Little Sylv, the horses are called knights. The horses are called knights. Bokoon should know that if he's part of chess club. Anyway.
No, I meant prom-wise.
Isn't it obvious? I'll take Cream. Which actually does have some sort of continuity. In Sonic X, it's, like, revealed during a post-credit scene that Bokoon does, in fact, have a crush on Cream the Rabbit, which I thought was adorable.
No way, she's taken.
And I don't know how, but Charmy B has a photo of Cream the Rabbit and Tails the Fox making out. I don't know how he got this, but he's got it. And I think it's really funny that Charmy is the one who brings this up because a lot of people also ship Cream the Rabbit and Charmy B. I don't know why that's a ship. I've never seen the chemistry. I'm assuming it's only because they're in the same age bracket. But yeah, I thought that's really funny that the two of the characters that, like, kind of have a crush on Cream, or, like, that Cream has been shipped with, are like, no way, dude, she's with the Fox guy now. Like, what are we gonna do, bro?
Look, girls! Let's ask them.
Fine.
I'll ask Marine, and Bokoon, you'll ask...
I know. So, fun fact, I despised Cosmo the Seedrian with all of my being when I was a kid. So, don't be surprised if in the Sonic Couples comics and in my other comics, my Son Amy trilogy, don't be surprised when I portray Cosmo the Seedrian to be an absolute bitch, because I hated her, and I hated her because Sonic X shipped her with Tails the Fox, and I didn't like that. I wanted Tails and Cream, and remember, I was a Cream the Rabbit kin, so she wasn't just stealing Cream's man from her, she was stealing my man from me. So, like, Cosmo's gonna be a bit of a bitch. At this point, I was avoiding even writing her name, which is why Bokoon cuts off Charmy and is like, oh, I know, because I didn't even want to write her name down. I hated her so much.
Marine, will you go to prom with me? Yes.
That was fast. You know what? I think Charmy and Marine would be really cute together because of the kind of energy that they both have, you know. I can't explain it other than that. I think they would have really nice energy together. They'd play a lot of games together. You know, they'd be fun. They'd be the couple that would get like Wagger wasted together, I think. Okay, so Charmy B and Marine are like holding hands now. Bokun looks like he doesn't want to talk, but he's gonna talk anyway. You got a date?
Well, no. I would if Tails and Cream didn't hook up.
Wow. Wow. Bold of you to assume that you would have been Tails' second pick. Bold of you to assume that, honestly, like, genuinely. Also, bold of you to assume that you would have even been his first pick, because, spoiler alert, you fucking weren't. I'm so sorry. I like Cosmo the Seedrian now. I've grown up, I've matured. I think she's got a really fun character. But, Taerim forever. Sorry. I have my biases. Same. You get like a close up of Cosmo's eye, and she's like starts crying and running into Bokun's arms. Girl, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. And if it is that deep, just don't go crying into the arms of a man you just met. Girl! She's hugging Bokun. Bokun seems to be really enjoying this. I think Bokun has fallen in love with Cosmo at this point.
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me.
And then in her head, stupid, stupid. Bokun is having the time of his life, though. Bokun's really enjoying this. The heart eyes. Cosmo.
Yes?
And, like, it's cut off. I'll lift it up so you guys can see it, kind of. Hang on, I need both my hands for this. Lift it up a little bit. Come with me to prom to make Cream jealous. I don't know why that was his, like, idea, because as you can see, he's got the heart eyes when she hugged him, so I don't know why he's still thinking about Cream, but okay.
Okay, and I can make Tails jealous.
Deal.
See you tonight.
And if you guys have, like, listened to me read my actual Sonic fanfic, like, books, not my comics, but my actual written stuff, again, they were in the iCard earlier, you would know that this is actually a running theme. This is the second time now that I have written Cosmo the Seedrian to get with another man solely to make Tails jealous. Because Tails is dating Cream. This is the second time I've written it, and I don't write it in my, like, proper Sonamy trilogy, but I write something very similar. So, Cosmo will do anything to get her man's attention, which it's not even her man. It's Cream's man.
Come on, Marine.
Looks at watch.
Come on, we're late.
Door slowly creaks open.
I look ridiculous, don't I? Charmy?
And then you've got the fucking the heart eyes. I don't know why I was so obsessed with drawing the heart eyes as a kid. Not Cosmo, Marine looks genuinely uncomfortable at the way Charmy is looking at her. Girl, I would be too. Run.
All I'm gonna say is that if someone gave me $5 every second I loved you, tonight alone would make me a billionaire.
Which I don't think is possible, actually. I don't think that's possible. I don't know how long the events of, like, their prom actually is. I'm going to assume it's maybe a 4-hour event. Let's give him benefit of the doubt and say that he picked up Marine an hour early. So their day was technically 5 hours. I don't think that would work. You wouldn't be a billionaire in one night. You'd have $90,000 at best. It doesn't matter whether or not it's possible because Marine loves it.
Oh, charmy.
And then there's like, I didn't know what to do with this panel, so I just put love. I don't know why I did that. And then it says, at the prom. Marine and Charmy are having a really cute dance. It's so cute. I love it. They both get to keep their ears. Bokun is like genuinely smitten at the way Cosmo looks. And like, not gonna lie, she doesn't look terrible. It's kind of cute. And then you have Tails and Cream. I believe they're flying because of how close the disco ball is to them.
It's not working.
But you look nice.
Thanks, but compared to her, I'm hideous.
And hideous is spelt wrong and also has an E at the end of it.
Hi, guys. Plant.
Rodent. I don't know why they had such a rivalry. I don't know why Cream hates Cosmo. I can see why Cosmo hates Cream, but like maybe there's like some subconscious jealousy. Maybe the events of Sonic 06 are canon in the Sonic couples universe, and so like Cream can't help but have at least a little bit of underlying jealousy because there used to be a thing there between Tails and Cosmo. I have no idea. But it doesn't matter because Bokun starts making out with Cosmo right in front of Cream, who is the girl that he actually wanted, question mark? Cosmo, will you be my girlfriend? And Cosmo's literally tearing up for joy, flailing her arms around. Yes! Which, I'm so curious why she said yes, because her entire reason for going to prom with Bokun was to make Tails jealous. And so why is she so happy that Bokun has like asked her out? I'm assuming it's because like Bokun actually makes her feel seen, you know? Because he thought she looked good, he was smitten when she showed up to the prom, like, I don't know, maybe. But anyway, moving on, we have issue 4, Manic and Silver's Future. I believe I remember this one. This is Blaze and Silver finally like moving on and finding other people to date. Because if you remember at the end of issue 1, Blaze and Silver broke up. I don't know why, but here we go. We've got Sonic Couples, issue 4, Manic and Silver's Future. Manic and Silver look like they're doing homework or maybe a test or something. Hey, Silver. Someone likes you. And then it's a picture of like Sonia looking over at them, blushing. Sonia has no eyelashes and also her arms are missing. So I've realized that if a character is not missing their ears, they're more than likely missing their arms. I don't know why.
Are you crazy?
Wow, what a way to reject someone. What a way to reject someone. Just whip around and be like, are you crazy? Dude, that is absolutely savage. I don't blame Sonia. I would literally be in tears. There's no recovering from that. It's really, really faint, but the bell rings. It's just the word ring. Vanilla looks like the teacher in this instance. Okay, class, end of pastoral. Enjoy recess. Okay, so I must have started high school when issue 4 came out because I didn't know what pastoral was until high school, so that checks out. My artwork still looks like shit though.
And then he's all like, Amy, will you be my girlfriend? And I was like, yes. Congrats, Amy. Yeah. Blaze? What's wrong? Tell us. Maybe we can help.
Blaze is not doing okay.
Is this about Silver?
Why would she be cut up about Silver when she was the one who broke up with him? Why? Is she realizing that maybe she made a mistake? Maybe she missed out on a good one?
Sonic's coming.
Yeah, damn right he is. Sorry, guys. Like a bunch of like little lines, which I'm assuming is meant to be like Sonic speeding over. Blaze, help! Eggman is attacking the school! Amy, her nose, her mouth are missing, her arms are missing, but I drew boob definition. I am assuming that maybe I was drawing these in class and this is why they're so rushed. I don't remember, but like these look awful. Cream the Rabbit faints, also with her nose, mouth, and arms missing. Blaze jumps into action. Let's go. And you can see like Sonic with the heart eyes drooling in the background. Sonic's fucking thirsty, bro. And these next three panels, I don't know how to explain them. I just know that like Blaze punches Eggman and then Eggman pushes a button and there's like a banana peel that she slips on and she starts like falling. Again with no arm. I don't know what we need to like start a counter. Every time a character's not missing their ears, every time a character is missing their ears or their arms, we need to take a shot, guys. But someone has caught her, it looks like, I think. Because, yeah, when you zoom out, she's, like, holding onto a hoverboard. And who could it be? It's Manic the fucking Hedgehog. Manic the Hedgehog is my husband, for real, guys. So, and you'll find out later on that this isn't the first or only time that Manic and Sonic kind of butt heads. It is the first, it's... Apparently this one doesn't matter in the continuity. I don't know why. But this is not the first girl that Manic and Sonic fight over. And I don't know why. Are you okay? And again, Blaze missing the ears. She does have her arms though. And Sonic in the background with like this really big angry face because his brother is stealing the girl of his dreams, guys. Blaze's arm is all bandaged up now. Thanks, Manic. And Silver is like absolutely pissed because I'm assuming he still wants Blaze back. Ugh. Silver looks over. I'm assuming that he's meant to be looking over at Sonia, but there's no torso, there's no ears. The only way I can tell that it's Sonia is because of the hair swoop. It's so bad, guys. And then he just fucking plants one right on her. After, mind you, in this same comic issue, he implied that she was crazy for thinking that they could get together. Why? Silver, why are you like this? I'm starting to think Silver's not a great dude. Sonia doesn't really seem to care. She's loving this kiss, bro. Silver, you do love me. And Silver's response is fucking wild. Listen to this. Yeah, I only pretended to hate you because I thought Blaze would come back to me. What a fucking response. Oh yeah, I do have feelings for you. I was just trying to hide it because I thought that my girlfriend would return to me. What? Motherfucker, what? Sonic is also not happy with this interaction. He's so angry that his ears fell off. Again. Great. At this rate, the one I love will be my sister-in-law, and I'm stuck with that idiot for a brother-in-law. And then you've got Sonia and Silver kissing, and you've got Manic kissing, I think, Blaze's forehead, because there's a little line that indicates that that's her mouth. Aw, Blaze got a new love. So cute. It won't be like that for long. Cream, do you know something that the girls don't know? Spoiler alert, yeah, she does. Why? And instead of putting in text, I put a visual that shows that Manic the Hedgehog is Cream the Rabbit's ex-boyfriend. Which, I told you, Manic the Hedgehog is my husband. Like, of course I was gonna ship him with Cream the Rabbit, because that's my kin, but like, oh my god. Be my girlfriend, Sonia. Yes! Also, Sonia is spelled with a J here. I'm pretty sure that is correct spelling for, like, real life Sonias, but this Sonia is Sonia. So technically wrong spelling. Be my girlfriend, Blaze. And it's supposed to be, like, hills and a sunset in the background, but it kind of looks like an ass crack with, like, something peeking through the ass crack. I can't unsee it now that I've seen it. I'm so sorry, guys. But yeah, that is Sonic Couples issue 4. We're starting to get to the point where continuity matters. Because issue 5 is called Things Change Part 1. That's right. That's right. We have our first two-parter. Things Change Part 1 and Things Change Part 2. This video is already super long. I've spent almost an hour reading these books. So, we're going to read Things Change Part 1 and then issues 6 to whatever is written of issue 10, which I believe is only like 2 pages, but still. That will be part 2. Like, because this is already getting a little bit long for my taste. I still have to edit this video. So, here we go. Sonic Couples, issue 5, Things Change, part 1. Speaking of things changing, the art style has changed a little bit. It looks a little bit cleaner. I don't know why. I think what might have happened is issues 1 to 4, I was like 10 to 11. And then I took maybe a year off writing Sonic Couples, and then someone who was my friend at the time ended up like convincing me to come back to it, I think is what might have happened.
Hey, Amy, just thought I'd drop in and say hi. Amy, what happened? Amy, relax. Now, tell me what happened with Shadow.
How does he know? How does he know that it was Shadow? How does she know that she's crying because of Shadow? We're not gonna worry about it, but he knew. Motherfucker knew.
Elsewhere,
Blaze the cat's like casually walking home.
I don't need you to be near me 24/7. So what if you don't? I'm your girlfriend. You know what? You're officially, your and officially are both spelt wrong.
Oh no.
Dumped! Like you were 3 days ago. Get it through.
I think it's supposed to say get it through your head, but it didn't fit, even though there's ample space. I could have just moved the text bubble up.
Fine. I don't want to be your girlfriend anyway. Plant head.
They got together in issue 4. They got together in issue 4. This is issue 5. They're already breaking up. I mean, to be fair, that happens a lot in the Sonic Couples series, so I shouldn't be too surprised.
Sayonara, Sonia the Hedgehog. Or should I say Shrubhead?
They're very unoriginal with their insults to each other. You can tell that their relationship was built off of making fun of each other.
Silver. Huh? Blaze? Silver, take me back. I was wrong, and
The kiss. Of course I will. Guys! Things are changing! Things are changing, guys! Things change part 1, it's happening! I have no idea. Has Blaze already broken up with Manic the Hedgehog? Or do you think that this confession just kind of got blurted out while she was still dating Manic the Hedgehog? I'm so curious. Do I even acknowledge that in this book?
Thanks.
And then they hold hands. So I'm assuming maybe later we'll find out what's going on with Manic. I hope so.
With Sonic and Amy.
So he really hurt you, huh?
Yeah, and now that he's gone, I'm alone, and I probably always will be.
I don't really think so.
What?
Amy Rose, I hereby promise to stay by your side as your new boyfriend and protect you. Oh, that's really sweet. Amy thinks that's really sweet too. Look at her. She's so cute. They're leaning in for a kiss. And there we go, chat. Sonami is back together, baby. Sonami and Sylvaise, the two like staple ships of the Sonic fandom, are back together. Oh my god, no, I just remembered where this story is going, and I'm so excited actually.
With Cream and Manic. Thanks for inviting me.
Sorry, let me try that again.
Thanks for inviting me to have lunch with you, Manic.
Oh, no worries. The world hasn't been on my side since Blaze dumped me. But she's happy, and that's a sign to move on. Cream?
Will you, um, yes?
Manic! Cream, can we just take a minute? Cream does not look happy. It looks like she knows what he's gonna say and she's ready for it. She's like, oh god, here we go. We gotta have this conversation again. But luckily, they were interrupted. By who?
Hi, Manicake.
Rosie! Yes. Rosie the fucking rascal. I don't know why. I don't know why. I could have used literally anybody. I could have put Rouge the Bat in this series. But no. Rosie the rascal.
Are you two dating?
Yes. No.
Well, I gotta go. Bye, Manic. Bye, Rosie.
Amy was like, hell yeah. Not Amy. Cream was like, hell yeah. My chance to escape. Let's get out of here. I do not want to have this conversation with Manny. Jeez Louise. I hate Rosie so much. So Manic and Rosie's dynamic is kind of what Son Amy haters imagine Sonic and Amy's dynamic is like. Think like Sonic Heroes or Sonic Adventure 1 when Sonic and Amy are like together and like Amy is really heavily handedly doing the whole like, oh, we'd make such a cute couple, oh, we do this, oh, we do that. Like that's what Rosie and Manic are in this comic. Later, with the girls at their favorite food court.
I'm here.
Hey, Cream. What's up, Blaze? Silver and I are going out again. You two are meant for each other.
That's great, Blaze. Congratulations, Blaze. You deserve it.
My go. Sonic and I are dating. And Amy does not get the same reaction that Blaze got. Like, if anything, the girls look fucking fed up.
What?
Nothing. It's just whatever happened to I'm never going back to Sonic. He's a real jerk. Ooh. Ooh, Amy getting called out. Ooh, yikes.
Okay, I did say that, but Sonic's changed. He's trustworthy, and besides, he's all I got.
And then fucking Shadow the Hedgehog shows up. Hi. The silence. The new girlfriend, which was, I think, Maria the Hedgehog. This was back before it was common knowledge that Shadow and Maria were more like siblings than they were a couple, so I based his new girlfriend off Maria. And I don't know why, but a lot of the characters in this series like to refer to their partners as Cake. I don't get it, but she calls him Shadow Cake, and Amy is not doing okay.
Oh no.
Amy. And Amy can't handle it. She runs off in tears. Poor girl.
Amy, are you okay?
And then Amy is being approached by her new boyfriend, Sonic, who has seen her absolutely destroyed. Sonic takes Amy's hand. Amy looks over. Amy, I need your help. My mother, along with Cream's mother, Vanilla, have been kidnapped. I'm gonna need everyone's help. Jeez, he's so calm about this.
I'll get the girls.
And I'll get the guys. I knew you would help, Amy. They share a really, really quick kiss. Watch out, egghead! And then watch out for part 2. And watch you spell wrong in both panels. It's like, what? With a CH at the end. Poor girl. Oh my goodness. I was so bad at spelling. And that is Things Change Part 1. And you might be thinking, Sylv, a couple of things changed. Like, Shad Amy broke up, Son Amy got together. Sylvania broke up, Sylvaise got back together. Manic looks like he might be trying to hit on Cream even though she's still with Tails. Rosie has been introduced. A couple of things have changed, but realistically, it's fandom status quo. And that, my friends, is where this comes in. So, Tails and Cream, up until this point, have had the most stable relationship. They got together in issue 1, and as of issue 5, they are still together. Only followed by Mina Mongoose, who got with Ash in issue 2, and up to issue 5 is still with Ash. Amy and Blaze have been hopping around quite a bit. I think Blaze has hopped around the most. She broke up with Silver, and then she had a temporary fling with Sonic, and then she had a quick relationship with Manic, and now she's back with Silver. So Blaze is a bit of a hoe. But Things Change Part 2 is where things get really, really messy. And you guys are gonna have to wait for part 2 of this video. I would do it all in one part, but I'm planning to edit this a little bit more than I edit my vlogs, so I'm gonna need some time to edit the reading of the first 5 issues. But I hope you guys have had a lot of fun. I really, really love sharing these comics with people. If you're friends with me, then eventually it's only a matter of time before I try to show these comics to you. And so now they're going to be out there for the whole world to see, and that's going to be really fun. So next week, we're going to pick up with issue 6. We're going to do issue 6 to issue 10, and then the week after that, even though Sonic Couples will be, like, finished, I still have a whole lot of comics to read in the form of my Sonami trilogy. Technically a Sonami trilogy, at the very least. So that's going to be really fun. I hope to see you guys around. If you like the video, like and subscribe, you know, all that typical YouTuber bullshit. And I will see you guys next week.